Hey, are you listening to UnabOnAir right now? If not, what are you waiting for?
A new program has arrived on UnabRadio.com to live the English language.
Are you listening to UnabOnAir right now?
UnabOnAir will bring you news, interviews, and the best music for your Thursday afternoon. Join us at UnabRadio.com and enjoy the UnabOnAir experience. News, interviews, and the best music for your Thursday afternoon.
Now?
Now.
Morning, Marita. How you doing?
Morning. I am wondering how this program will be.
I'm wondering that too. Well, at least it's better than last week, because last week you say you had no idea how you felt.
Yes.
Today you know how you feel.
Yes.
So how you feel?
I feel grateful and amazed for our new company for today.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name is Lisa.
Okay. What do you study?
Gastronomy and high cuisine.
And why are you here?
Because I wanted to participate in one of the different activities that the UNAP has for the students.
Thank you very much. Remember that today we have a different program. We are live on
Yeah.
Facebook and YouTube.
Yes.
And today we are going to talk a little bit about Colombia, a little bit about policy, a little bit about politics, and a little bit about many other things that show up in the road.
Yeah.
So we are here to ask students what they think about Colombia today. Because remember that on May 26, 29,
Yeah.
there you go. We are going to have the mayor elections. We are going to choose our president between the candidates that we have today. We have 6 candidates.
We have 8 candidates.
8
1,
candidates.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so we are going to ask you a little bit about that situation. We are going to watch what people have to say on the live. And we are going to start with one simple question. Let's start with positive things, right? What is working now in Colombia? I mean, what's good about Colombia today? Because not everything is negative, or there are not many negative things. Let's start with the positive things.
There are less negative things
Okay.
than other.
Yeah. What positive things or not so bad things or very remarkable things we have in Colombia today?
May the international policy is something that is working, like for example with the relationship between Colombia and the U.S. and
It's getting better.
yeah, and it helps. It kind of helps with our economy.
Yeah. What do you think, Maria? What's working today in Colombia?
What's working today in Colombia? The participation of young people.
Young people.
Yeah.
They are more active.
More active and more loud than years ago.
Okay. So according to the previous interventions of the president, he says that he offers this fees for education, for university education. He says that he was the first government that established the zero fee expenses on education. That's what he said. I mean,
That's what he
I
said.
don't know about the older governments. Pastrana, I don't remember honestly. So he says that he was the first government who established a lot of free fees on education for many young people in Colombia. That's positive.
That's positive, yeah.
Any other thing?
The actual government has opened a lot of opportunity for scholarship to study abroad with other governments. So I think it's pretty good, especially for young people.
Yeah.
And scholarships is one of the most things that are losing people.
Yeah.
I don't know how to express it well.
Maybe with an example.
Maybe it's the opposite of the phrase. People are losing their opportunities to have a scholarship because they don't know
Yeah,
scholarships.
yeah.
I said it
Backwards.
by the way.
I mean, there are many. There's a lot of money on
Yeah.
some specific, let's say,
Areas.
companies.
Yeah.
They're not companies, but they're offering scholarships, right? Not many people know about those opportunities, and when they don't get the idea or the promotion clear, maybe they never get access to those opportunities.
Yes.
So what happened with those scholarships and offers and zero fee payment and stuff? They just disappear. They offer, for example, 5 scholarships to go to Australia and study, and nobody knows, nobody
they-
pretends
yes.
those opportunities. What happened? They disappear.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's my point of view, but the government didn't make a well
Promotion?
promotion of that scholarships.
Do you know about those scholarships?
Yeah. So I even applied to some of them.
Right.
But I think most of the scholarships right now are for postgrad,
Yeah.
degrees to
Post degrees.
masters, specializations, courses.
Diplomas, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it could improve by, a better communication with people that already in their degree or bachelor.
Yeah.
More opportunities to undergraduate programs.
No, there are not many opportunities for under degree because it's hard to study abroad and under degree. Like I applied to some scholarships when I graduated from high school, and it was pretty hard because in most countries you have to get an IB, an international baccalaureate, and there are not a lot of scholarships, and it's pretty expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But most are for post degrees, so it will be nice if someone does listening and is in that line of ending his career, apply to different scholarship from the government.
Something else that I was checking yesterday, I like to watch statistics, because the statistics is the major reflection based on the pure fact. And I've seen that there are many products that are growing.
Yes.
I mean, many Colombians are having access to those products. For example, cars. According to statistics,
and
it is
motorcycles.
also almost a 41% of increasement
Yeah.
on the sales on cars.
Yes.
So I think most Colombians have in this government access to an own car.
Yeah.
It ain't matter if it is a new brand car or if it is an unused.
It's
Car.
like more financial
Yeah, I think
possibilities.
I think banks are being more friendly with the users.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, well, we know
Like
it's a
after-
good business having a
Yeah,
bank.
of
I would like
course.
to have a bank.
We can found a bank.
A very,
We can found a bank.
You have money?
No.
So how can we create a bank?
But
You
we
have
can
money?
found a bank.
Some savings? No?
But we can found a bank.
Well, I mean,
we can ask
we can
Alejandro,
create a
we can ask Daniela
we
to-
can create a
to-
bank.
to
The
manage-
problem is
to
that we
manage
don't have
their
the money,
savings.
so we can get the financial aids. We can check who's got.
But we
the best-
can combine with Alejandro and Daniela to
But if we combine
to
the
let
money-
us manage the
If we
the
combine
savings.
our money, we are not going to have not even for lending for a car. Come on, be realistic. man.
People didn't know that.
Now they know.
Now they know.
But I've seen many problems have been increasing in the capacity. I mean, in the productivity.
Yeah,
Cars, cell phones,
of course.
and the other one is online purchases.
Okay.
I mean, people are buying more
Shopping
online.
online. Yeah.
Maybe because they have more access to credit cards now. than before.
And maybe because of the pandemic, we learned to buy online.
No, but I mean, if you don't have a credit card, you can buy.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you need a credit card.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was young. I mean, your age.
Yeah.
You're 22.
I'm 19.
Yo.
Very, very distant. And it was almost impossible to have a credit card.
Yes.
Credit cards were for rich people and remarkable people.
Really?
I was not rich.
Yes.
Not even
If
remarkable.
you had a credit card, it means that you were
You were-
financial
you were a
responsible.
powerful
Yes.
person if you had a credit card. Honestly, when I was 19 years old, do you have a credit card?
Not yet, but I have been looking for, and they have many opportunities now for credit cards.
You see?
Right now, you can
Do you-
have that credit card with the app for shopping food.
You can have a credit card with Movistar.
Yes.
How can you possibly? I mean, the only credit that I used to have when I was 19 years old was the guy in front of my house. He has a very small shop. He used to, give me some Coke and some
Yes.
bread.
Can I pay you tomorrow?
Can I pay you tomorrow? He says,
Yeah.
okay, but just
Let
remember, just
me
remember.
write your name here in my note.
And I felt really grown. I got credit on my supermarket in my street.
Yes.
So according to the statistics, or economy is growing or financial opportunities are growing.
Yeah.
So that is something that is working.
Yes.
Anything else? No?
No. We
Let's-
don't have any comments.
Let's move to the things that we can do better. That's the part of this section. What things you consider that you can do better? I mean, imagine that you are the not the president, the government in general. Because
Okay.
remember that we have a president and he needs to get the approval from the Congress and blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
So he's a whole machinery. So if you were the government, I mean, you are all the institutions in the government. What could you do better?
Okay.
Mm,
You first.
I
You are the
think
guest. You go first.
Yes.
I think the most important and the most urgent is the environmental situation in Colombia, because we have a lot of projects, a lot of things, but the government right now it's not actually protecting the environments, the animals, and the people that do that work. Though I recently saw a type of, like, they were looking for young people to promote and protect the paramos.
Yeah.
Who?
It was like
Like
the government in Bavaria.
an initiative?
Yeah, they were developing like an alliance with young people to protect, but that's not enough, because in Santander, you heard that like 3 weeks ago they were
Yeah.
trying to do fracking, and I don't remember the name of the town.
Barranca, Cimitarra,
No.
No, I don't know.
Sabana.
Berlín, Tona, Sabana de
Surata?
Torres.
Sabana de Torres?
Yeah, at the
Beautiful town.
Mid Magdalena,
Yeah, okay.
they are making
We're making a pilot.
yes, pilot of fracking.
A
So
fracking pilot.
Barranca, Cimitarra, and all those Puerto Wilches and all those little towns.
But it's a pilot,
yeah,
I agree
but
on
if-
pilots. I
if-
mean, if you apply a pilot very responsibly, you can say, okay,
you say the keyword.
this thing doesn't work, or this thing actually works.
You say the keyword because here a pilot means that they are working now. There is not a
okay.
pilot.
So that's something we can do better. Like apply pilots seriously
Yes.
and get the conclusions and decide. It
And-
works, doesn't work.
Like like really take the responsibility and talk with people about it, because you know that fracking it's gonna affect all the ecosystem, all the economy, the agriculture from town, and I think they didn't inform that they were doing fracking in
Yeah,
that
no.
And
place.
another thing is that if you say that you're protecting the environment, what are you doing to support that what you're saying? Because government is saying something but doing something different.
I think something we can do better is being specific.
Yeah.
You know, being specific is in Canada, the Minister of Sports, you can say that sport,
Yeah.
is a former player. He used to be a
player.
a sport player,
Yeah.
a sport person. So he knows what it takes. So now he's the minister. Okay? Now, the guy who is in charge of education used to be a teacher. So he knows how things are going in the field of
Yes.
education. The guys who is in charge of agriculture used to have a farm and he used to process the food and used to do all the process.
Someone that really knows about it.
Yeah, being specific. I think that's something that is not going very well in Colombia, because I don't know why. Here, for every single person in charge of big things, they name a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have nothing against lawyers, but I think there are many people who are specialized in that specific field who can do better. I mean, a guy
Yes.
who is in charge of environment is a person who minimally is a scientist,
Yes.
because he knows what is going on. Not a lawyer, they don't know.
So, in a little parenthesis before you end your idea, outside is a guy who are invited to the program. So,
Come on in.
yes. So we're
Hello,
having
guy.
another yes. We're having another guest today.
Hello, mate. How you doing? Good, thank you. Sit down, have a chair.
You can see that here. It's a roll away.
Ah, it's okay.
All these things happen on
Time
live
is an
radio.
illusion.
Yes. So now you can
I saw
continue.
the movie, the one of The Witcher.
You saw it?
Marvel.
Yeah.
Time is an illusion.
Doctor Strange.
I guess not paying attention. The Witcher. What's the name of The Witcher?
Wanda?
No. From Marvel?
Doctor Strange.
Wanda?
Yeah.
She's called Wanda.
Wanda?
Yes.
No, the guy. With
Oh, the
Doctor
guy.
Stra-
Yeah.
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I was paying attention.
I was not listening. I was paying attention,
So
but
you
not
were
listening.
not paying attention.
Yeah.
So we're talking about what things are not going very well in Colombia and how could you do it better. Andrea?
But yes,
Catalina.
but first,
Catalina. Andrea
what's your
Catalina
name?
Luisa Catalina.
mentions that we have to pay attention to the environment. I mentioned that we have to be specific. If you have to take control of our agriculture, you need to have a person with experience there, not a lawyer. If you need a person to take control of economy, name an economist, not a lawyer.
Yes.
And in Colombia, all those guys are lawyers. Do you have any?
Yes, everything in Colombia is a lawyer. Anything that we can improve, the presence of the government and the state in remote zones, remote places of Colombia,
Mm-hmm.
because the violence is growing again.
Yeah.
So I think the presence is not only the army or the police, is making policy in those places.
Yeah. That's something we can do better.
Yes.
What do you think we can do better?
And what's your name?
Hello, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Juan Felipe.
Okay.
And for me, it's the educational system, because as you told us, our parents, when we were young, they told us that you have to study medicine, you have to be a lawyer, otherwise you will be broke. So they don't let us increase our other
Abilities.
abilities as an artist, as a athlete, as a musician. So they just told us you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, to have a future.
Work more in soft abilities.
That's a very traditional thing, you know.
Yeah.
When I told my family I decided to be a teacher, they look directly at me and they say, "Why?"
Why
And I
that?
said, "Because I like it." They say, "Okay, okay. Don't come back asking for money later."
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened.
But
Yes, it
Not very
happens.
frequently.
Yes.
Anything else we can do better?
no, I just wanted to say two things. About violence, yeah, it's growing, but in levels that we can imagine. Today I read something that they are funding people, the people in Bogota streets,
Yes.
in in
I'm gonna say
bags
something
and-
before you said the second thing.
yes.
I'm in the middle generation because young people.
Be
didn't-
careful to the
Yes.
next station.
Yes,
you are going.
yes. I'm thinking.
very
I'm
careful
thinking very
to the
well what I
next
am saying.
stage you are going
Young
to make.
people didn't know how violence was.
How violent this country was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said I'm in the middle because my generation knew the end of that hard violence in Colombia,
Mhm.
but oldest generation really know that violence that you're just knowing
What
right now.
generation am I in the?
The oldest generation.
Ah, okay.
You are in my
Very
generation. You are in
direct.
my
Very direct.
You are in my
I'm not that
generation.
old. I'm not that old.
I haven't said you.
I
were
didn't
in
use
the-
the appropriate shampoo. That's it.
I said you are on my generation, in that middle generation.
What do you think? Any other aspect that we can do
No,
better?
but the politicians, they are taking advantage about that dilemma, because they are telling us like, yeah, remember 20 years ago we were really violent, we were a really bad country, but I don't agree with that dilemma. So I think the solution it's going to another way.
Yes.
May. And the second thing is that, for example, I have already participated in some initiative from the government
Yeah.
with, like, for example, the Universidad Nacional.
Yes.
They have different programs about culture and environment for young people. One of them is UnLab.
Yes.
So I think they are strategies to develop these soft skills, this art culture, but with Fontour and different companies. But I think they just leave it there, like with the academic, and when you go to the real life, to the adult life, you
It's
find
different?
that it's different. It's totally different. You don't have that much opportunities to work,
Yes.
to grow, so it's kind of hard.
It's to mix the experience between academic life and real life, because sometimes they are so disconnected.
Yes.
Yeah. Another thing we can do better is like, there are many policies and many offerings and ideas considering adults, right? But I think our kids are, being alone and distant for a long time.
Yes.
If I know is that the United States of America is a very competitive country, but they offer programs for sports for all kids in their territory. I mean, all kids, every single kid, you have the opportunity to attend a school
Yes.
and being part of a sport, not even becoming professional and being millionaire or getting a lot of money or a
But it
great
gives you the
salary,
opportunity to start.
but they get like the discipline,
Yes.
when you are in a sport you get discipline, not necessarily the salary, because from 100 boys, one
Yes.
gets into the top teens and get a salary and a lifestyle.
From 100 chef, one became.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think in Colombia the proportion is very distant. I think from 1,000 kids,
Yes.
one get the opportunity. Not even the fact it's going to become famous and rich,
It's just the-
but just having the opportunity.
Yes.
There are many kids in our country. They have never been,
The
for
access-
example, on a specific pitch for playing soccer or basketball or
it's just the access of education.
yeah.
Many children a day have to walk 1 or 2 hours to get to the school. So having the chance to go to school and study is just
Yeah.
a matter of luck.
I think that's
here.
something not something we can do better. It's something that is necessary to do better.
Yes.
Because I mean, there are many kids lacking opportunity, basic opportunities, like having the opportunity to be on a basketball field and playing basketball, playing soccer, or playing baseball, or whatever. Any sport gives you discipline, respect, routine, and obviously it keeps you apart from many
From
many
bad
many
things.
difficult things that are
Yes.
happening nowadays in our country.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that's hard too, because the insecurity in the streets,
Mm.
it's really hard for a kid, for a teenager, for
everyone.
anyone. You go outside and you don't know how you are going to come back home, or if you ain't.
So- So if we apply something for sport, obviously we have to reinforce the other aspects like
Yeah.
security and stuff. So it's completely necessary. So, I mean, not only talking about sports for a kid, but talking about the environment that the kids need to go to practice that sport. In
Yes.
terms of security, at least giving something to eat in the morning, like milk and bread,
And,
but
and
good
according,
quality milk and good quality bread.
according to what you're saying, Alejandro said, right, Alejandro here behind the computer, right
Behind the
last,
Mac.
yes, right last week, that the importance of PAE, from the PAE program, alimentation program, is that many kids have the only one food of the day at school. So that's the importance of have a well program working on alimentation and education.
But that needs money.
Yes.
We have money. We have a
Yes,
rich
we
country.
have money.
We have a
Yeah.
rich country.
Yes.
The problem is the people that.
That manage
Yeah.
the problem is the people that manage that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we start again with the culture, corruption.
Actually, we are a very rich money. I mean, there's a lot of corruption here and money who practically disappear and nothing happens.
Nothing.
And still
Have money,
we
yes.
have money to create companies and give something for schools and la, la, la.
Yes.
Imagine if we could disappear corruption.
we will be a more.
We will be
Paradise.
Switzerland.
Yes.
Even if corruption didn't disappear, but if the percentage that those people
Will be less.
yes, if we
We have a minimum percentage.
that's we have a minimum percentage of
Corruption?
money disappearing magically, even it works. If you don't disappear, the 90% of that money, just the 50%, it will work a lot of.
We could see a lot of
Yes,
changes.
we can see a
Yeah.
lot of
Actually,
changes.
there's a stat that right now the government or the politician, the corruption, it costs Colombia $1 billion by week, $1 billion Colombian pesos,
That's
just for a week, $1 billion,
Yes.
just in corruption. Yeah.
Imagine that money not being disappeared and being invested in programs and
Okay.
on kids and education.
We will be unstoppable.
We will be. Well, there's a guy who's very famous. Can I say the name? No, he's not giving me money. for publicity.
Describe him.
Describe him. He's from Boyacá. Short, tattoos,
Okay.
extreme athlete.
Okay.
The guy says, if we had the possibility to take the corruption to the minimum percentage,
Yes.
we will be even more powerful than Germany
Yes.
because we will have more money
Yeah.
than Germany.
But it's not just about the money. No much the geography of Colombia. It's we have everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything.
We are
Unstoppable.
privileged.
You know what's the problem?
Geographical.
That we are we are so used to what we have that we don't recognize that is wonderful. I mean, we go to Chicamocha Canyon and we say, "There's Cañón en Chicamocha,
It's just that we can,
Pescadero."
in 2 hours you can see
I get this in
Chicamocha, and in
Pescadero.
2 hours you can see Paramo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
even-
So
yeah. I mean, the things here that you are so used to those things that you don't. It's hard to realize,
realize
that those
that.
are marvels
Yes.
of the planet. When you see an American, a guy from the States, just standing there in the Panachi, looking at the Chicamocha or the river, they are so marveled with that scenario that it's hard for you to identify what is so wonderful. It's just pescadero.
an ex-boyfriend of a friend,
Yeah.
he's French, and he came a lot of years ago. We traveled to Zapatoca. He were all the way taking photos. And I asked him like, what are you taking for? Trees, land. I haven't seen that much trees in my life.
Yeah, they say that.
And
they,
the way to Zapatoca is like,
Yeah, just mountains.
yeah, it's just mountains.
you
and-
hate it. Actually, I hate it when I take my car there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you
Yeah,
taking photos?
You hate it. You
It's-
close the windows, you put on some music, and you start running away.
Yes.
And those guys stop every 5 minutes to take pictures.
Come on.
Look, there's an old tree. And you, come on, there are many more. Can
Yes.
we just go forward?
Yes.
So another thing we can do better is just realize that we are a very wonderful country.
Yeah.
People from all the planet come to Colombia.
Or with the food. You can have fruit here whenever you want to.
Yeah.
Like literally on streets with different kind of trees.
Nowadays you can
Fruits.
have your culonas
Yeah.
right outside the campus.
And people don't realize that. Like,
Yeah.
I have a friend in the US, and she say that like a passion fruit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
costs
Isn't
like
that-
$4
yes.
or
It's
something
not-
like that.
It's not that common there.
And it's the same, not the same taste.
No.
They
Yeah.
taste different.
Yes.
It's like generic.
Yeah.
So we are very rich.
There are
in
people from
gastronomy.
on the planet who come to our markets just to take pictures of the colors.
Yes.
The fruit.
For them, it's a miracle that they get into a market and they see yellow, red, orange, green, la
yes.
la la la. La. They feel so, so amazed
Yes.
that they can. It's hard for them to believe it. They say, "You have all this." We say, "Okay, yeah." Why do you go to a supermarket? This is wonderful. This is beautiful. Why do you come here to a local market to buy?
Yes.
And we say, they don't receive credit cards. That's the only excuse we have.
Yes.
Okay, now talking about that and considering what is going to happen next month, have you had the opportunity to read the program or the campaign of the candidates that we have today? Not only the candidate that you like, all the candidates.
You can say no.
I'll say,
I'm watching like what I
Yeah, just
I would
my
say no.
candidate. Just my candidate.
just your candidate?
Yeah.
And you?
I have read one, but I haven't found like the others, like the information.
Because
I
I
found
did
it because they gave me like a newspaper with
with the program.
the program, but no, that I tried to look for it on internet, but there wasn't.
that is an invitation. Now that we have what is going on well and what is not going on that well, we can have the opportunity to compare all the programs, or not the promises, the programs that they
Yes.
have to offer if they come to be the president of this beautiful country, and we can, check and compare. I mean, this is possible. No, this is not that possible. I really like this one. I don't really like this one. Get like a summary and decide, because the idea is to go to vote. But to vote, we need to know who are we voting for.
And another interesting question that I think we may do is, all the candidates have a program, not just promises, a program, a real program, because what I've been seeing in social media is that not all the candidates have a real program. I mean,
Oh.
for the postulation,
Yeah.
they need to have a program.
Yeah, they
But
need to have a
it-
program that they prescribe there
Yes,
when they
but they
sign in.
not all have developed them.
Okay.
Just like ideas, like
I mean, it's like,
like
I'm going to.
every Friday is Gin Day.
Yeah.
They haven't developed the program.
And I think that most of people right now is gonna vote or is saying like, no, it's because of the person, but not specifically of the program.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
gonna vote because I like him or I don't like him, and yeah, that's all.
That's
Or-
like the invitation. I mean, vote for the program, not for the person.
Not for the person,
Not if it is from your own city or department. No, just check the programs of all people.
And please,
How many candidates we got? 6,
8.
8.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Wow.
The
We have a lot of
one
homework.
the one who is from the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one who is
Not from the government.
who's having his second chance,
From the establishment.
who's having his second chance on the presidentials
Third
from
chance.
Antioquia.
Third chance?
Second.
Oh, second chance.
As a principal candidate,
Ah,
the
okay,
second
okay,
one.
second one.
The one that is not from the government, the opposite of the government, the one who's here from
The
Bucaramanga,
local candidate.
the local candidate, the girl who's been kidnapped,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
another one who was Antioquia's governor,
Governor?
yes,
Yeah.
and 2 other that I don't know. I am saying they are 2 that I don't.
I don't know them
I
either.
didn't know them.
So we have a month to,
To check 8
search.
programs.
I know that they need to have a web page, an open web page.
Yes.
For example, if you write the name, enter, you will find the official web page, and on the web page, you have the opportunity to read
To read
not
the
only his slogan or to watch his colors or whatever,
and to watch
but
the
to
colors.
check at the program and
Yes.
how he's planning. He has planned to do that thing or those aspects he's promoting.
Yes.
Well, you're supposed to because I tried and I didn't find it.
No? Well, according to the law, they should have that thing.
Yes.
Sure.
I'm not going to do it right now because the camera pitched me.
And it seems like the program of each candidate is tall trash about the other one.
That is what I was saying.
Mhm.
Not all candidates has a program. They
Yeah.
only have ideas. Like all Fridays will be Gym Day.
What I've seen is that there are 8, right, on this
Yes.
race.
Yes.
8.
What I've seen, I don't know if it is true or not. This is my personal conclusion.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a politics student. No.
No.
The first person who shows up with a new idea,
Yeah.
immediately the other 7 get the idea and they translate it and transform it, but it's the same idea.
Yes.
For example, one says, I'm going to.
It's the same idea, or they attacked the idea.
Yeah, yeah.
You have 2 possibilities. So you have a new idea. So Juan Felipe get the idea and transform it, and Catalina attack the idea. Is the only 2 possibilities.
Yeah, so I offer to have swimming pool in every street of Colombia.
Yeah.
and you say, why not having
In every house
a
of
swimming
Colombia.
pool in every 2 streets of Colombia?
Yes.
And Catalina will say, I don't like swimming pools.
Yes.
Why do you like swimming pools? It's the same, it's what happens on the debates.
Yes.
So don't watch the debates. Read the information.
No, watch the debates, but learn to identify the candidates' ideas.
Yeah, like identify what we really need,
Uh,
like with urgency.
because
the
debates
country.
are important because you can know how a future president will interact in international places.
I would like to invite people to read the I don't know what, the CV in every candidate and the proposals. Because sometimes they say something when they are on debates, and
Yeah.
later, 2 years later, they say, no, I never said that.
But that's why it's important.
You
to
misunderstood
watch
me. I
debates.
never mean that.
Yes.
I mean that. Orange is not orange. I didn't say orange. I say heart yellow.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Because I can imagine our candidate, and when I say our candidate is our local candidate, in an international place.
Okay. We have a month for the homework.
Arguing like,
And we have, we are going to, I think we are more aware now that what we are going to choose is 4 years of government,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
4 years of one person. It's
Yes,
years
of
4 years
government.
of government.
yes.
So we have 1 month to do homework. Have you been nominee for a jury in that day? No.
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 Were you in the last one?
In the last
Yeah.
one, yes,
No.
but in this high.
You were in the last one?
Yes, I was in the last
They
one.
have not notified anybody.
No notification. has been
And
arrived yet.
it's on it's 1 month before.
1 month, yeah.
So you have 3 days.
I think we start to get the notifications next week.
So if you are going to be Yuri, please pay attention to the votes. Don't commit any mistakes because you can be involved in a legal problem.
And ask everything if you have any question on the process of counting. Ask
Yeah.
the registraduría, the procuraduría, and get them tired of your question because they need and their debt is to answer you those questions. I mean, hi, procuraduría guy. How can I fix this E14
Format.
because you can have mistakes.
You can commit
But
mistakes.
You
Yeah.
can commit mistakes, but you have to refer it down the lines.
And you have to notify.
Yes,
I
you
commit
have to
this
notify.
mistake. How
Hey,
can I change it?
Yes, we did this, and it's something like that. How can I? And they give you the instructions.
And at the moment you fill the final document, because you have to fill a final document which says, okay, this quantity of people voted for this guy and this lady and this guy and this lady. Take a picture.
Yes.
This is what I gave you. If you change it, sorry. This is what I gave you.
Yes.
It's better. Okay? So thank you very much for being here.
How was your
think-
time?
How was your program?
Yes.
You feel good?
Good.
First time on radio?
Yes.
You want to come back?
Yes, probably.
She's going to come back.
Yes.
Put it in.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, like it.
First time?
Yeah, first time.
You want to come back?
Of course.
Okay.
Another one.
Thank you very much for being here. Honestly, it was very, very useful for all people out there. We're watching the program and they have a better idea of how to do that process to choose the best candidate for the next 4 years.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you, bye.
Hey, are you listening to UnabOnAir right now? If not, what are you waiting for?
A new program has arrived on UnabRadio.com to live the English language.
Are you listening to UnabOnAir right now?
UnabOnAir will bring you news, interviews, and the best music for your Thursday afternoon. Join us at UnabRadio.com and enjoy the UnabOnAir experience. News, interviews, and the best music for your Thursday afternoon.